What's up, CrossFit Way? So it is week 4 of our Healthy Habits Challenge. This is our last week before we get all the final totals and points for everybody, and we figure out who gets that $300 road gift card. Now, initially when I started this Healthy Habits Challenge, I figured we would end week 4 by tracking macros and doing some of the things like that. But with the nature of all the stuff that's going on, just in our state, in the world, all that sort of stuff, and being, I mean, we're pushing, are we 2-day 40 yet? I don't know. It's been a long time in quarantine, a long time since I've been able to see you guys' faces, a long time since we've been able to do the things that we love to do as a CrossFit community, and I can't wait to get back to it, but I know for me, I've had a lot of other things come up, a lot more stresses. There's way more stress on the board than just when do I get to go back to work? When do I get to reopen my business? When do I get to do, when do I get back to normal life? And in the midst of all this negativity, sometimes it's hard to find the positive things in that. So for our week 4, this might seem a little woo-woo-y to some people, but what we're going to be doing is we are going to be doing some meditation and journal stuff. And what are we focusing on? We're focusing on things that we need to be grateful for, things that are positive, things that are good in our lives that counteract that negativity. And the biggest reason why we're going with this is I think this is far more important for us now, but this sort of stuff can really be a healthy habit to have in your life in general. When things are really good and you can wake up in the morning and spend 10 minutes meditating and focus on things and start your day off with the right mindset. The right mindset changes a workout. The right mindset changes your work day. The right mindset changes that conflict or confrontation you have to have with a loved one or something else like that. This is something that oftentimes gets overlooked, and where we are and how we are between the ears has way more to do with how we progress as an athlete and a person and everything else in our lives than, how many grams of protein you ate in a day or something like that. And this has such a huge ability to add to the foundation of you being able to consistently pursue your goals, whatever those goals might be, whether it's school or career or the gym or anything else like that. This can be huge. So what we're looking at is at some point in the day, ideally you do this first thing in the morning. Why? Because we want to start our day on the right foot. But if you do it in the evening before bed, or if you do it at lunchtime or something, pick a time and be consistent with it. But we are going to do a 10-minute meditation / journal time. So some of the things that you can be thinking about, some of you go, I don't know how to meditate. What do I do? Just sit down on the floor, cross my legs, close my eyes, and just try not to think about stuff? That's not how it works. What I'm going to recommend is there is an app that does some guided meditations that are really simple. You can do them as short as 5 minutes. You can do them as long as 20 minutes. And it's called Headspace. If you go onto the App Store and search Headspace, they have free stuff. You can pay for a premium account if you want to. I've actually used Headspace for a long time. I got introduced to it when I worked for Lululemon, and would, in a very high stress role, consistently start my day at work by doing a 10-minute session on Headspace to get myself in the right space. And I still do it fairly regularly. I'll admit that I haven't been as consistent with that with quarantine and schedules being different and all that stuff, but this is something that I know I need myself. So look up the Headspace app. That's a great thing. There's other guided meditations, things like that you can listen to on like YouTube, stuff like that. Some of them are a little weird. These ones are pretty straightforward and pretty easy, and they're relaxing and simple, and it's not like super out there as far as meditation goes. Sometimes when you search stuff on YouTube, you get things that are a little out there. If you're looking for something that's fun, if you YouTube, you can search meditation. This is really short. It's like 6 minutes. It is vulgar, if you can't tell by the title. But it's at least a way to like there's some humor to it and things like that. This one probably would resonate with a lot of us right now with all the stuff that's going on. This isn't something I would do every day, but maybe just once, just for shits and giggles. So, but get on the Headspace app. We're going to start to introduce 10 minutes of meditation and journaling. And again, what you're journaling, what you're focusing on, things to be grateful for. Maybe it's friends, maybe it's happy hour on Zoom, maybe it's, your family members or support. For me, I know like the support of you guys in our community and being able to keep our doors open. Like I've applied for every government assistance program that I can. I haven't seen a single cent. The reason why we're where we are is 100% attributed to your guys' consistency, to your guys' support, to your guys' belief in what CrossFit Federal Way is as a community and what we do. And so I couldn't be at all any more grateful than I am to all of you for everything that we've done in this through this season, because we literally could not be open if it wasn't for your guys' continued support. If the government comes through, awesome. But for right now, I know that we're secure and we're safe because of that. So it's because of you guys that you guys provide that stability in the business. Even though I'm not taking a paycheck and there's no unemployment and there's none of that stuff yet in my life, I want that place to survive just as much as you guys want that place to survive. Not because it's my livelihood, but because I love each and every one of you, and I believe in what CrossFit does, and I believe that it's one of the best avenues to change people's lives, and that's why I do it. That's why I bought the gym. That driving force will not change. So, week 4, meditate and journal. You could do one or the other. I would suggest both, because writing things down and having something to go back and reference is good, because maybe you find yourself in a positive mindset in the morning when you're done with this, and then later on in the day something else happens, and it completely throws you off or pushes you over the edge. Being able to remind yourself what those good positive things in your life are is going to be super vital. So that's what we're getting ourselves into. All of these things still count, or still count towards your points. So there's still hydrating and working out every day, no sugar, and your sleep, but then adding that intentional 10 minutes. That's all it is, 10 minutes. It's easy to carve out, especially now with a lot of free time. Be intentional about thinking about the things that are good in your life. Thinking about the things that you enjoy. Maybe it's the things that we're going to come back to. Maybe it's the thing, I don't know what it looks like, but if any bit of your day is positive, make it that 10 minutes. And I think that this is going to have a big impact on how we carry ourselves and how we approach things throughout the rest of this season, as we're waiting to hear when everything can start to make those steps back towards normalcy. So meditate and journal, that's what we're getting into. Again, look up the Headspace app, and then search this in YouTube, and at least provide laughter. If not, it's not the greatest meditation, but it's pretty funny. So, anyway, that's what we're getting into. At the end of this, we will total up things and figure out who won. And you guys have been killing it. It's been awesome to see. Keep posting your scores. Keep working out. Keep up with it. It's going to be so good to see all of you when all this is over. Let's get after it.